And here we are at the reviewing area. And here we have this Optimus that we're going to be taking a look at, which is called the Transformers Missing Link Optimus Prime. And for some of y'all asking, we're not going to be reviewing the original G1 Optimus Prime, because like I already said, we've already reviewed the G1 Optimus. We're going to be reviewing this Optimus from the Missing Link line.
So, surprise, we're not going to be doing the G1 Optimus Prime because he already did it. And if you want to see that review, you can see it in the
Generation 1 playlist.
Right, that says G1.
But I am going to be making a Missing Link playlist coming up.
Yes, because there's still some more missing links. Now, this is awesome. The way that they did these Transformers as far as missing link is the Transformers we wish we had back in the 1980s. But the technology wasn't there until now.
What my dad means is this line of Transformers Missing Link is taking the original G1 toys here from the 1980s and upgrading them with new articulation to them. Which is great and amazing. And also, this is from the same line that Missing Link Bumblebee we reviewed before. And they're also coming out with more Missing Link figures. But one of them, which will be coming up soon, me and my dad did not expect it to be released. But you'll see what I'm talking about when I get it. But this is the one we're reviewing for my 700th video.
It's C-01 Transformers Missing Link.
Now, this is not the original. This is not the real box. The real box is inside this box here. This is just like a sleeve cover thing, if you can call it. The one I got. So here is just a black box that has C-01 Transformers Missing Link and has an Autobot symbol C-01 Missing Link Optimus Prime. Authentic Takara Tomy product as sold in Japan. 15 and up. Takara Tomy, Hasbro. On the top it has Missing Link and others here. And the same thing on the bottom. And on this side has the same writing. Same thing on the other side, which is upside down. So that was the sleeve cover of the box here. The actual box is inside here. So we're gonna open this up and take out the real packaging here. Oh. Here we go. And here is the actual box here. Which, as you can see, does have that same G1 toy box look.
Get pictures of both of them right there. This is the original G1. This artwork right here. And now this one is the missing link
Yes.
artwork. So it's pretty amazing.
The only difference is the writing. The American one has American writing, whereas this one has Japanese writing on it. So let's take a closer look at the box. So you have an artwork here, which I'm thinking is just a new artwork they did for the missing link.
Yeah, because that's not on the G1.
Yeah.
The G1 doesn't look like that. So, yes, that's artwork compared to the missing link.
When you say compared to missing link, you're talking about compared to the
Yeah, no. Yeah, well, I'm also talking about the Transformer. That they're getting the articulation from here that he can do. That's what I'm saying, because the G1 does not look like that.
Right. And on the top you have Transformers in Japanese writing. And you have the figure and the trailer. And Optimus Prime and the trailer inside. Missing link. More Japanese writing. And the 40th anniversary here, which means Transformers has been around for 40 years.
Yep, I'm that old. Well, I'm actually older than that. But anyway, yeah.
And on the top, you have the toy here in the pose that the original, which is trying to replicate the original box artwork
Yes,
here.
and we're going to show y'all that right quick, because it's neat how they did it. If y'all take a look how they tried to match it up with the way the G1 looked.
Yeah.
All right.
And on the bottom, more Japanese writing. And on this side, you have him in a pose with his little energon axe, which this figure does come with. And on this side, you have a different pose here of him holding his rifle. And on the back, you have the original artwork here.
Yes. And that has not changed, because we're going to take a look at the back right quick. That has not changed much, because that is pretty much the same. That's the original G1, and this is pretty much the original G1, so...
Yep.
It's just mine's bigger.
And you have Prime here. And more Japanese writing.
And then you have the tech specs.
Which this figure does come with the little red decoder thing. And on this side, you have pictures of Prime and his base mode of what it can do. And that is it. So now let's open him up. And they also kept, as you can tell here, the little foam insert.
The styrofoam. Oh.
Like the original has.
Yeah, ain't that cool? Yeah. Oh. Huh.
You can see here. So now I'm gonna try and get everything out of here.
And they got did they have little bitty fingers on the back? Yep.
Yes, they still kept the little hole thing so that's easier to push them out of the styrofoam.
Yep, push them out of the styrofoam. When I see Optimus Prime in this mode, I know for the people who remember back then, I'm telling my age, who remembers that showed BJ McKay? That's what his truck always reminded me of, BJ McKay. And his best friend the bear. Anyway, I don't know if any of y'all have ever seen that, but there was a show in the early 80s called BJ McKay. BJ and the Bear? I don't know. But his truck was red. And the first time when I seen this, I was thinking that is BJ McKay's rig until I learned different that was Optimus Prime. But anyway, neither here nor there. That's what sometimes when I see Optimus Prime with this kind of look, I'm thinking of BJ McKay and his best friend the bear. Anyway, rolling down the palace. Anyway, I gotta stop. All right, get back to review.
And but before we get to this figure,
yeah,
real quick. Going back to the box here, this little stat thing where I told y'all that he does come with his little the little red decoder thing. Well, it does come with one.
There it is, right there. And now you can't see anything.
I'm gonna try and zoom in here.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, y'all can kind of see the line there.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, but there it is. But yeah, this missing link figure does come with the little red decoder thing, so you can see his stats and strength and other things.
Yeah, his tech specs. BJ McKay and his best friend. I can't believe now that song is stuck in my head. Oh. Property tax.
And just like with Bumblebee, you get this little card thing, which here is saying convoy. And for those of you who don't know, in Japan, Optimus Prime's name in Japan was Convoy.
Convoy.
Yes.
That was a song too. That was a song too.
And on the back, you have the same pictures and some Japanese writing.
I think that was C.W. McCall.
And you do get your little instructions.
Instructions.
And he does come with a little sticker sheet, but I'm not going to use some of these because you'll see on the figure why.
Okay.
And
There we go. I'm over here taking Colton's stuff. I'm like, who was this? Who was this? Because I've never really looked at it with him. So.
and another thing you get is a little booklet here, which, if y'all remember, is it on some of the original G1s where they come with a little booklet to show you what's coming up?
Well, what it was is you also got a booklet with some of this that was mail-ins, like the Omnibots.
Okay.
Like the Omnibots and the Power Dashers. The Power Dashers. Here they changed it up. Here this is basically just showing you everything that little movements and stuff like that, and the stickers and what the posability and stuff. I was actually seeing if they was going to have Omnibots on there, but they don't, or the Power Dashers, they don't. So
it's just the figure and what it can do.
Yeah, just to figure what it can do. There you got the battle scene again. You know, so I was actually thinking, I wonder if the Omnibots are in there. They're not. They're not. I see what they did. Because the G1 and a little book like that was like milliways.
So that's about it for those little paper things and the little red decoder thing that he comes with. Now let's get to the figure here.
This guy.
The missing link version. Now, I do want to warn y'all, there is 2 versions of this missing link figure. The one that is the one that I got here comes with the trailer, but you do have another one that comes packaged without the trailer and less accessories. So you do have like 2 options of Missing Link Prime. You can have the one with the trailer like I have, or one without the trailer. But I got the one with the trailer. So I think we're gonna set the trailer off to the side because I know there's a lot to this, just like the original one does.
Now I wish that this set right here would come with the the little Diaclone guys. I wish that they would come with them. That would be even awesome, but they don't.
Well, this figure does not come with one, but spoiler for y'all and Dad, there is a Missing Link figure. I'm not gonna say what it is, where it does come with a Diaclone. I'm not gonna say what it is. You'll have to find out. Oh.
Yeah, you have to find out.
When we review it.
Yeah.
But we're gonna be reviewing Optimus here. So as you can see, he's just like the original G1 toy. Except, if I zoom in here, on the headlights, you could see some cutouts here, which will be for the transformation coming up. And in the cab windows, you can see there is a new thing in here, which is the matrix of leadership. And I'll get to that in a minute when we get to his robot mode.
Now, let me ask you a question. Is this stickers? Or is that part of the paint job? I'm curious. Because on my G1, there are stickers. And they're not holding up. It looks like they're painted.
I think they are.
That is the difference. That right there is the difference.
I think these are painted. Yes.
Okay. That is excellent. That should have been done even with the G1 instead of stickers, because my stickers don't hold up.
And they still kept some of the die-cast metal on him. Like the cab window section is die-cast, just like on the original. Mm-hmm. And the feet on the original are die-cast.
I'm going to have to see when I take them out. I think so. I think that they are die-cast.
Well, this bumper section on the back,
they should be die-cast.
Yes, these are die-cast.
Yes, okay, yeah.
And you do got some taillights, which are painted and not stickers.
Now, that's awesome, y'all. It's painted, not stickers. That is definitely an upgrade.
And these Autobot symbols are stickers. Yes. Or, I mean, painted.
Okay.
These are painted in. They're not stickers.
Okay. That's awesome. The upgrade that they did to this is just phenomenal. Does that rub sticker work?
Yes.
We got to try the rub sticker. Rub. Yeah. Rub. Oh, almost. It's getting there. Oh. How many of y'all actually did this with your Transformers? Or how many just didn't care?
There it is.
Well, yep, there it was.
There's the Autobot symbol.
It fades really quick compared to the old ones. The old ones just kind of, you get it so hot and then it'll sit there and change and start turning colors before it blacks out. So how many of y'all actually done that to your Transformers? I did.
And they still kept the rubber tires.
That's right, rubber tires.
Yes.
That's right. The rubber.
Yep. In other words, he still rolls really smoothly. Yeah, he does roll really smoothly. And that is it. And they still kept the chrome grill, chrome smokestacks, and chrome fuel tanks, just like on the original.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's known as a cab over diesel. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the conventional is the long nose, and then you have the cab over. So, anyway, go ahead, Colton. I just had to throw that in there. I believe that's the way it is. So he's a cab over red 18-wheeler.
One of those.
See something. I don't know. Did they ever... I'm reading way too far off into this. Go ahead.
I think it's now time to transform him. So he transforms the same as the original with a couple of new things. So one of these, you want to take these and untap them and pull them out. And as you pull them out on the missing link, you could see these blue things pull out as well, which form his hands. And you want to take his hands and flip them out. That's a new thing. One of the new things they added. And then you, of course, want to take the arms and bring them forward. And you too want to bring his arms out, which is definitely different. And straighten out his elbows some. Those sounds you heard are also new. Then take the front wheels, untap them, and bring them up some. Then take the back here and separate it in half, and you do want to bring them out. And this is also something new. Bring down the legs. Now, you can see his legs are like straight down where they're like this, like they're close together. But you can extend them out to give it a wider range. And to do that, you want to take the legs and slide them out on these things here. So it looks something like this. And these do tap together as well. And you do want to flip up the feet. And kind of straighten down his legs some. And bring down the front wheels. And take this piece and flip it around to reveal his head. And you're done. So he transforms the exact same as the original, just a couple of new add-ins to the transformation that they did. And he looks like the original G1. The same color schemes and the same detail works.
Mm-hmm.
but these detail works you're, are something new,
Yes.
which
I like how it's all painted in. How it's not stickerfied. How it's all painted in. It gives it that added zing that it needs. It gives it that added flair. Just them incorporating what they did made a big difference in the Transformer itself. And definitely Optimus Prime, which has always been a staple of the brand. So they basically took the G1 and made it better. Even way better. To me, that's all. Now, don't get me wrong. There's better versions of Optimus Prime out there, but this guy will always be the main Optimus Prime to me.
and these detail works on the original was stickers, but on the missing link, these are sculpted and painted in onto the plastic.
Yes, they are. Good. I'm going to do this as quiet as I can.
And like y'all saw in the transformation, these hands on the original were parts forming, but on the missing link version, which y'all saw in the transformation, these are actually integrated into the transformation.
Yes. They are. Let me see. Bear with me. Let me see if I can get him out right quick. But go ahead.
And these detail works on the knees are sculpted and painted in and not stickers. And
There it goes. There it goes. Oh. Go ahead, Colton.
and here's the side view and the back view and the other side here. So all around, still the same original G1 Optimus with some new things added.
Yes.
And now let's get into the articulation. Because this line from, like I said, has some new articulations added to this figure than the originals. So the head can swivel all the way around. The arms can rotate all the way around, and that they can move in and out on this joint, but also on this joint. So you can have his arms go all the way up like that. And the elbows can ratchet on a bend, whereas on the original one does not have that ratcheted sound, right?
Do that again. Do that again. Okay. Perfect example. Put these side by side. There goes. Well, there went the fist. Okay, it's over there. Yeah, I know. It's alright. He's just going to stay right there for right now. Okay. This is the G1. This is the
Missing link.
the missing link. So right now we can actually compare some joints. One thing that y'all can see right now, right off the bat, that is excellent. This is what you get with stickers. Now the stickers ain't lining up and they want to peel off.
Yes.
But these are stickers right here. That's stickers. This is molded in. That's tamper grafted in.
Yes.
That is awesome. This is molded in and painted. This is a sticker. Like this right here. That's a sticker. Down here at the bottom, that is sticker. Which I'm not sure if those are those stickers.
No, these are painted and sculpted.
Okay. Well, that's different. Where these right here are
Stickers.
stickerfied, painted and sculpted. Let's get to the Autobot symbols. Stickers, right there. Stickers. That one, where this one here is
Painted.
imprinted and painted in.
Well, printed and painted in.
The head looks more vibrant on the missing link compared to the G1, where it's just kind of dull and you can tell something's kind of going on there, but it's not as vibrant as the missing link. So I am really glad that we have these comparisons, so this way we can say, okay, yes, he does have a swivel. He has a bend. But if I'm right, he's got ratchet bends.
Yes, but I'm not through with the
Articulation?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So
So let me go ahead and get him out the way. Colton, go ahead. Sorry.
but back to what I was saying.
Yes.
So this figure has a bend at the elbow, which is on a ratchet that the original does not have. But you still get the elbow swivel, and the hands do swivel, but the fingers on this figure do open and close.
Which on mine you cannot do. All you can do is pull out the fist.
And if I get the arms out of the way and get the wheels out of the way, you do get a swivel at the waist here, which, like y'all can see, it is kind of limited, but you do get a waist swivel. But what you also get on this figure, instead of a waist swivel, is you get an ab crunch. That, again, the original does not have.
Oop.
And the legs do go forward and back,
That's the same.
which is the same. But these legs can move in and out. But I would advise you to be very careful because these joints on this figure are kind of really snugly. These joints are kind of really snugly tight, not super tight, but a little tight. And these sliders here, where you slide the legs out, are plastic, but they're kind of thin. Not too thin, but a little too thin. So, in other words, you may want to be very careful of how you're moving the legs in and out, because if not, you may end up snapping off these red thin pieces of plastic where you slide the legs out. So the legs do move in and out, that the original does not have. But what this figure does have that the original also does not have is a thigh swivel. Yes, this figure has a thigh swivel. And he does have knee joints, but on the original, they just bend a single joint. These also bend at a single joint, but this figure has ratchet joints in the knees that the original does not have. And the feet still move up and down, but you do get an ankle pivot. And that's it. So you can get a lot of crazy poses with this figure that you could not do on the originals. As always. And I will get to his trailer in a minute, but I want to focus on the accessories that you get for this figure. So the accessories that he comes with is, of course, his little iconic blaster here. That you can have him fit in his hand, like that. And you also get an Energon axe here. And this part does open up, revealing a handle where you can have it have the handle slide into his hand here. Just like that. And close it up. And there you have him with his Energon axe.
Yeah. There we go. Oh. You definitely win. The missing link is far more superior than the G1. But to us original G1s, we still love our G1s. No matter how advanced they get, G1s is G1.
Because this is where the Transformers toys all started.
Yeah, yeah.
Compared to today's time here.
They just took this and made it a whole lot better. So with that, he's gonna get on out of here, and we're gonna move him back in here.
I think that is all of the accessories for this figure. So,
Let's do one more thing. Let's put them back to back. Let's see. No, back to back. From the G1, yeah. From the G1, let's just see who is. I do not know which one's taller.
His legs are not straight now.
His legs are not straight? Okay. Y'all, we're just trying to see which one's actually taller. Right quick. I mean, they may exactly be the same height. I do not have any type of flat bar or anything. Well, wait a minute. I say I don't. Let me see. I don't.
They're the same height.
They're the same height. There we go. The pin don't lie. We got a pin on top of their heads. So if one was a little bit higher, that pin would be at a slant. And the ink in the pen is dead level. So, hey, it's not. They are the same height. So that means that they are exact same mold. Okay. That was a little comparison I just had to do there. Just question my mind.
So that's about it for Optimus. Now we're gonna move to the trailer here.
The trailer.
And taking a quick look here.
Hey, let me ask you a question right quick. Did you show them the Matrix?
Oh, yeah. Almost forgot. One more thing. Yes, I did forget one more thing he comes with on the missing link. And that is, if you bring up his head and open up this cap window section, here you can see the matrix of leadership, which is removable, and as you can see, that this matrix of leadership on this figure is gold, where it's supposed to be in the original colors, but on the second version of the missing link figure, the matrix that figure comes with, the one where you don't get the trailer, comes in the original colors. But the one I got is the gold version. And it does have some blue paint here on the center, along with some chrome around this. And this chrome piece around the matrix can be removed, and you get some seeds in here.
Mm-hmm.
Just like on the original.
Yep, that is awesome.
So if you want to display him without this crown piece where the matrix holds in, you have that option.
Mm-hmm.
So now we can move to the trailer here. So here is the trailer, and the stripes here are I think that they are painted and printed on. Yeah, I, I think that they are. But that this is just like what the original one is. And if you can hear that rattling around inside, that there is something in here that the original also comes with.
Yep, and we're just gonna see right quick as soon as I can move out the way.
And my dad's bringing the original trailer in for comparison.
All right, there's the G1 right there. The G1. Let's see here. Yeah. So they pretty much look. Yep. Okay. Mine's a darker shade of gray compared to his. His is lighter. The squares are the exact. The only difference is the color.
Yeah.
Mine's just a darker gray. His Autobot symbol, everything seems to be. That's right. That's accurate. Yeah, it's just his is a lighter shade of gray.
And even has the same rubber tire.
Mm-hmm. Yep, mine's itty bitty rubber tires too.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine says Formula something. I'm not exactly sure what it says. It's I need new eyes.
This one also has formula on the tires.
Yeah, and this got some other writing on there, but I can't make that out. It's too small. My eyes ain't what they used to be. Anyway, go ahead.
But let's open up the trailer and see what's inside. So you want to take these blue things and bring them out?
Mm-hmm.
Well, bring them out all the way, right?
You can, yeah. I mean, you know, I've seen it done. Right there is pretty much the best way to have them. Right there for support for the drop down breakdown of it.
But there is these 4 tabs where
Yes.
these holes here go into.
Yes.
But you would open up the back part.
Yeah.
And this guy's upside down.
That guy's upside down.
And separate the trailer in half from the top and bring down these things.
Do-do, do-do, and there you go.
And you have the little combat deck.
Yes. Combat Command Center, whatever you want to act as a trailer as. A little roller.
And you got little roller.
A little roller.
And these wheels here do come on this little sprue sheet where you have to remove the wheels off of this sprue sheet and attach them onto this this figure.
Now, I want to show you something right quick. For my G1, I have a blue roller, where his is green, mine's blue.
Silver. You
Yes.
said green.
But yes, he's right. He's right. Yes, I don't know where that come from. But anyway, let's see here. Yes.
And roller can roll
Yep.
if you attach the wheels on.
And roller can also probably hold his gun.
Yes.
hold his gun. Now, ain't that kind of weird? Look, there's another blue one right there. So anyway.
But, yep, Roller can hold Prime's gun here. But what you also get is this little hose thing, which does come to detach out of the box. So there's some assembly you need to do for this. But you can attach this like here to have that. And I think you can. Oh no, no, only on this section, not this section. Or if you don't want Roller to have anything attached on this hole here, then what you can do here is you can flip this around and you have a little red siren thing.
Now, that is awesome because my roller does not have that. It is not even there. It's not an option. So that's awesome. A little comparison there. His has a little red light. Mine has just a hole. And you can see little diaclone guys in there. But anyway, story for another time.
And getting these out of the way real quick. And taking a look at the inside of the trailer, you of course have these little detail things, which are I think they're printed, like printed on, or probably just, or they probably still kept the original stickers, or they might be like painted and printed on. But you do have these things where you can have some little diaclones sit inside of these things. And of course you have this Teletran thing.
Some people call it Teletran. It's your decision. You know what I'm saying? Back in G1, we didn't have a Teletran. So this was our Teletran in a way. I do know people who act like this was Teletran. So,
but you can have it extend up on this joint, and this joint, and
woo,
and it can also swivel here, and like you already saw that fired out. You do get two of these things that are on him that fire out on these black triggers here, where you push them and these fire out. And you do, just like on the wheels for Roller, come on these sprue sheets here that you have to remove out of. And you do get 4 of these. And I'm gonna go ahead and remove these because I know they're gonna, one of them is probably gonna fire out again. And you can still flip up this little satellite thing which can rotate all the way around. And you do get the little claw arm here that can move around on this ball joint here, and have a hinge joint here, and the claw pincher thing can open and close. And the cockpit does detach, and you can open it up to fit one of your little Diaclone figures inside here. And another thing you can do with this is this thing can be detached. And you have to slide him this way to detach him. And on the bottom of this, there's 6 little wheels, so you can have him roll around.
So you can have Teletran rolling around. Now, on my G1, I do not have that. It does not, on mine, it does not do that. So that is awesome. That is one feature that they did. I'm glad to see they did.
And just like on the original, if you want this thing to stick out from the trailer, you do have these cutout things, so you can have that, or that, if you want to. And you can have the trailer stand up like that.
Mm-hmm.
And for the accessories, you can take the gun and attach it onto either this hole or either one of these holes. And same thing for the hose part, either these 2 holes on this peg here or this port here. And you can have Prime just standing here, just like the original.
Yeah.
Just repairing him.
Yeah. Being worked on. So that's one reason why they call it /repair bay. But I never thought of his trailer as a repair bay. It never did cross my mind. To me, that was Teletran 1. To me, my brother, and probably anybody else, that was Teletran 1. I think the concept in 1984 and 3 was far more into the future than what we was thinking. It was more futuristic, and I don't know.
And I'm looking through real quick in the instructions to see if I got everything. Oh, yeah. Also, the little gold matrix of leadership that, like I said, can be removed, and you can have him hold the matrix in both of his hands.
But I think we need to pretty much do that right now. What do you think? You think? Oh, we can do it here in a little while. We can do it here in a little while. Yeah.
In the final
Yeah.
part of this video.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. Yep. Get my little.
And I will show him off with Missing Link Bumblebee
Yes.
from the final part of this video,
Yes.
where we talk about our final thoughts.
Talk about our final thoughts. Our final thoughts. Our final thoughts. Just don't need to forget about that one fist. His one. Sometimes I forget that the camera's rolling. Sometimes I really do. Sometimes it's just like I'm off in my. That's my G1, y'all. And this is Missing Link. Let's get him more out the way right there. Yeah, there we go. You can see them all loud and proud right there. Like I said, the Missing Link is so much better. More articulation in so many different areas, and the sculpting of the imprint of certain textures and decals where there were stickers before is just awesome. Y'all got Missing Link right. Y'all got it good. Oh man, my knees starting to cramp up. Oh.
Okay, I think I've got everything all done.
All done.
So now we'll be moving to our final thoughts of this figure, the Missing Link figure.
Yeah.
So
With this guy.
stay tuned.